Hello, everyone. It's always exciting when I come here to share informations about Canada, especially informations that I know will benefit you in your quest to relocate to Canada. In today's video, it's not really an exciting information, but it's an update that you all guys need to be aware of if you really intend to come to Canada in the following years. All right. So on October 24th, a couple of days ago, that's 3 days ago, Macmillan, the Minister of Immigration for Canada, Immigration and Refugee Canada, announced the immigration plan for the year 2025 to 2027, and there was a serious reduction in the targets. So in this video, I'll be talking about that. But I want you guys to know that if you're really keen on coming to Canada, if Canada is your dream country, this information should not deter you, but it should rather make you strategize and plan very well on how you can migrate to Canada in the coming years. I know a lot of people are kind of worried or wondering. I've gotten a lot of messages already, people asking me, what's the plan? What do I do? What I'll just tell you is stay positive, all right? They are not shutting the door for people to come to Canada. The door is still wide open. It's just that they are reducing it. You can still come as a permanent resident. You can still come on a temporary resident study permit or workers visa. So you can still come to Canada. The door is still wide open. It's just a reduction. And basically, the reason for the reduction is because of the needs in the country, the economic needs in the country. Because of the influx of people into Canada the past years, there's pressure on the housing, infrastructure, social services. So because of that, Canada is trying to reduce the number of people coming into Canada through the various pathways, all right, through the various streams. But they are not shutting the doors because they know that these immigrants bring a lot of economic developments to the country. So guys, I want you to sit tight to the end of this video. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to show you the numbers. We're going to go to the computer room. I'll show you the reduction, the numbers. I'll also talk about how you can strategize and plan for your coming if you intend to come to Canada in the following years. My name is Rafi, as you already know. This is my YouTube channel. On a regular basis, I post informations, breaking news, updates, anything that I know will facilitate your quest to come to Canada. It's all been good news since I've been posting videos on my YouTube channel, but this one today is it's a mixture of both good and bad news because they are cutting down the immigration plan for the coming years. So please, if you've not subscribed, I want you to subscribe. Click the subscribe button down there below and turn on the notification button as well so that you always be the first to get my videos, get my informations whenever I post them. And please, it will be nice if you can click on the like button as well. I will appreciate that. You can also put a comment to express how you feel. If you have a question, you can ask in the comment section. I will always answer as soon as possible. All right, guys, if you've not subscribed, I'm going to say it again. Please click the subscribe button so that you'll be part of this big family where we share updates and information regularly. Let's sit tight now as I talk about the new immigration plan that was announced by the Minister of Immigration, Macmillan, October 24th. I'm going to break it down so that you guys can understand. I'll show you the numbers in the computer room as well, and I'll talk about how you can strategize about your coming to Canada in the coming year. All right, guys, sit tight now. Follow me to the end of this video to get all the information you need. All right, guys. Okay, guys, it's good to be back again. All right. Usually these announcements is usually done like November 1st. All right, and but I don't know. They were so much in a hurry and they could not just wait. They had to announce it 1 week, even 1 week before November 1st. But it is what it is. All right. They've already said it. The plans are already on ground. Everything is gonna start next year. So you have to be very strategic when it comes to your plans to come to Canada next year, right? The goal is to focus on people in Canada already. As Macmillan asked, if you watch the video, he believes or they believe that the people in Canada are already integrated into the system, which makes it easy. They are not going to be putting pressure on housing or infrastructure, or there'll be need for a lot of there'll be issues when it comes to other things. So they are focusing on people, and the truth is that they've already started. I've said it in one of my videos. If you look at the recent draws or the draws that have been happening for a couple of months, I would say for the past 6 months, it has mainly been focused on CEC, Canadian Experience Class. And who are these people under this category? I would say about 85% of these people are people already in Canada. So it's already this is something they've already started already. So it's not a news. It's not something new. All right. It's just that it's just becoming very, very official now. So that's the plan, to focus on people in Canada. So majorly that's why there's reduction. And the reduction spanned through all the immigration streams, like the permanent resident, the temporary resident, especially study visas and workers visa and all that. So we're going to see the numbers. We'll go to the computer room. I'll show you the numbers, the reduction. For 2025, there was a big reduction by about 100,000 plus reduction for permanent residents. So don't worry, we're going to see the numbers so that we'll see it for real. So this reduction is going to bring down the population of Canada for the year 2025-2026 by 0.2%, and it's going to come back to the normal in 2027 to 0.8% in 2027. All right, let's go to the computer room now, where I show you the numbers, the reduction, the various streams, the various reduction, provisional nominee reduction, permanent resident reduction, temporary resident reduction, and all that. And in addition to what I've said, in terms of Canada trying to focus more on people already in Canada through streams like Canadian Experience Class, there's also going to be an increase in people that are going to be accepted through the Francophone pathways. Other than Quebec, other communities, they also want to try to increase people coming in through the Francophone streams. So that's another pathway they are going to increase a little. All right. So anyways, let's just sit tight. Let's go to the computer room now as I show you the numbers, and so that you see the specific reduction that has happened, or that is going to be very that is going to become effective from next year. All right, guys, let's go to the computer room now. Okay, guys. As you can see, this is the immigration plan for 2025. It's going to be 395,000 permanent residents that's going to be admitted into the country. So it's like 21% decrease from this year. All right, it's supposed to be 500,000 next year, 2025, but it's going to be 395. This is for permanent residents. So as we can see, we're seeing 21% decrease from the year 2024. Also, for new students, we're going to see a decrease by 10% from the year compared to the year 2024. So it's going to be 305, 900 new intake that we're going to experience next year, 2025. For temporary workers, we're going to see a decrease as compared to 2024 by 16%. As you can see here, they're going to be admitting roughly 367,750 temporary workers for the year 2025. So let's click on this so that we can get all the details, more details. All right. As you can see, it was announced in November 24, 2025. Immigration Refugee Citizen is pleased to release details on the 2025 to 2027 immigration plans. All right. This was done. And they even stated here the reason why it was done. As you can see, the government is trying to control targets to meet the economic needs of the country, but we're not going to talk about that. Let's just go to the numbers. I want to show you the numbers. So for temporary residents, so these are the numbers, all right, for 2025. It's going to be within 673,650 for 2025. We've already talked about the decrease, the percentage decrease for 2025. So for workers, this is going to be the numbers they're going to accept: 367, 750. This is for 2025. For international mobility programs, for temporary
workers program, 82,000. Students is going to reduce also by about 10%, as we saw earlier. It's going to be 305,900. All right. This is for 2025. So these are the numbers. This is the website if you want to get more information. I'm also going to put the link for this website, Canada website, in the description below so that you can check it yourself. And if maybe you're not able to get the numbers right now, you can always click on the link in my description below to get the number. So this is for 2026. Uh, the number is still going to reduce to 500. This is for temporary resident. Temporary resident comprises of temporary workers visa, student, international mobility program. All this is categorized under the temporary resident. So for 2025, we've already talked about. For 2026, so this is going to be the number as well. For student, it's going to remain the same for 2025, 2026, 2027. All right. For temporary workers, foreign worker program is still going to remain the same. For international mobility program, it's going to reduce. All right. It's going to reduce for 2026 to this number, 128,700, and it's going to reduce in 2027 to 155,700. All right. Then for workers, it's going to reduce as well to this number. So take note, these are the numbers. This is what they're going to accept. They've already laid out the plan. Then for permanent resident, I'm sure this is where most of you really want to know. For permanent resident, so this is going to be the number. The overall planned permanent resident admission for the year 2025 is going to be between the range of 367 thousand to 436. But on the average, we're looking at 395,000. All right. For 2025. So it's still good, guys. It's still good. Yeah, I know the target is 500,000. So this is a big reduction, but the door is still wide open. If you meet the requirement, if your scores are good enough, surely you still come to Canada next year. So just get yourself prepared, get your IELTS done, get your documents verified. If you need to do French, get the French done, get a good score, and you still be invited. It's still in the hundreds of thousands, 395,000 for 2025. For 2026, it's going to reduce a little to 380,000. The range is going to be between 352,000 to 146,000. On the average, the expecting is it could be slightly higher, all right, or it could be slightly lower, but this is the average they are expected for 2025 and for sorry 2026, and this is for 2027, 365,000 overall planned permanent resident intake. So this is for French. As I said, they're trying to uh, allow more communities have a lot of francophone people other than Quebec. So overall, French-speaking permanent resident admission outside Quebec, we're going to be seeing 8.5% increase. We're going to be seeing 9.5%, 29,332 for 2025. For 2026, we're going to see 31,350. For 2027, we're going to see 31,000. So it's increasing, as you can see, it's increasing. So that's that. So for the economic pathway, the federal skilled workers, uh, so it's going to be broken down now. All right, it's going to be. I'm going to talk about this after this computer room. It's going to be broken down. Before it was strictly the federal skilled workers. Under the federal skilled workers, under the general express entry stream, it was strictly the federal skilled workers, and we had the federal skill trade and the CEC, but now it's going to be broken down, all right, under the federal economic priority, going to be broken down. We're going to be having in Canada focus, that's CEC, all right, that's CEC. As you can see, the target is going to be 82,980 for the year 2025. Federal businesses, 2,000. Federal economic pilots, caregivers, agri-food, community immigration pilots, community mobility pilots. We have 10,000. Fortunately, we are not seeing any plans for transportation, but let's see how it goes. We have 10,920. So this is for 2025. This is for 2025, guys. This is for 2025. 2026, we're still going to see a reduction. And 2027, it's still going to be the same with the numbers for 2026. So we can see the various programs. All right, Atlantic Immigration Program, Provision Nominee. There's also a reduction in provision nominee programs. So it's going to be 55,000 people that is going to be admitted for the year 2025, 2026, 55,000, thereabout, and 2027, 55,000. Quebec skilled workers to be decided for 2027, but 2025 is going to be 34,500 for family. So total economic program for 2025 is going to be 232,000. I know you guys may not really understand this very well, but just take note of the numbers. The numbers as you follow the trend next year, every quarter they will talk the numbers they've already accepted. So this will help you to know what is left, all right? So that's why these numbers are here. You can just save it, or you save the website somewhere, so that as you follow the trend next year, you'll be able to know what's happening. For family reunion, spouse, parents, grandparents, they're going to admit a total of 94,500. It's going to be between the range of 88,500 or 102,000, all right? But on the average, you're expecting 94,500 for the year 2025. For the year 2026, an average of 88,000. For the year 2027, an average of 81,000. All right. Other programs like the refugee and protected persons, like the all right, we're back. Sorry for the glitch. So as we were saying, so for refugees and protected person, you're going to see these numbers. I'm not going to talk much about this, but the numbers are here. The total number of intake, we're expecting like 58,350. This is the range, all right? So it could be slightly higher or slightly lower than this for the year 2025. Then, yeah, so this is it. Total humanitarian compassion needs and all that, we're going to be seeing like 10,000 because a lot can happen in the year 2025. So guys, you can see the new level plans, all right? The focus is here, 395,000 overall planned permanent resident intake, okay? So it is what it is, guys, all right? So just plan yourself. So this is how it's going to be for 2025. We're going to see 21% decrease as compared to 2024 for permanent resident. We're going to see 10% decrease as compared to 2024 for students, and we're going to see 16% decrease as compared to for new temporary workers as compared to 2024. All right, guys, let's go back to video. All right. Thanks, guys.
Guys, it's good to be back from the computer room. As you can see, the various reduction, 21% reduction for permanent resident, 10% reduction for students, and 16% reduction for foreign workers for the year 2025. It's really not a very good news. It's not the news we're expecting, especially those that want to come to Canada. But as I said earlier on from the beginning of the video, this should not deter you, all right? This just means you have to be very strategic. You have to get your documents ready. You have to be in the express entry pool, all right? Before now, I've always talked about how you can migrate to Canada. It's still the same thing. Nothing has changed. Get your educational credential assessed. There are various organizations that does the assessment, like WES, ICAS, and all that. Get your language test done. It could be English, it could be French. For English, you can do IELTS General, you can do CELPIP, you can do PTE Core, you can do CELPIP General. For French, you can get your French done. All right, anything that you know will help you get a good score. So none of this should change, all right? So just get your stuff ready, be in the express entry pool. Draws are still going to continue. We know they're going to focus more on in Canada applicants like the CEC. They've already separated the categories already. Before they were all together in the economic program, but they've separated it. But the regular draws are still going to continue. The category-based draws are still going to continue. The provincial nominee draws are still going to continue, like the Ontario Yuma Capital Priority Streams, the British Columbia. So they are still going to continue. It's just that there's going to be a reduction, all right? But if you're already in the pool, if your scores are good enough, then you'll definitely receive your IT. So please don't be discouraged. It's just a little hiccups, but you still get to Canada if you're determined, and if that's where God wants you to be. So get your documents ready, be in the pool, and the draws will continue. Just that more focus is going to be on CEC, but the general draws will always continue. The category-based draw will always continue. All right, guys. I'm sure this video was informative. So please, I want you to click the like button, drop a comment. If you have a question, feel free to ask in the comment section, and I will answer you as soon as I can. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I wonder what you're waiting for. Please click the subscribe button down there below and turn on the notification button so that you always be the first to get my videos as well. All right, it was nice to talk to you guys again today. More videos will be coming in as if there's any new development, if there's any new numbers coming out, because there are some pilot programs, some streams that the numbers were not specified. But if there's any new development, trust me, I'll come and post it here so that you people will get all the necessary information. So you don't want to miss out. So click the notification button after you subscribe, so that you always get updates and news about the coming plans for the year 2025. All right, guys, thanks for staying to the end of this video. Bye for now.